We meet again. It has been an entire week since the last time I streamed, which is crazy because it's been a while since I've gone that long. Um, I mean, even the week before with the Thanksgiving holiday, I didn't take I took almost as much time off, but not quite as much. And then having those 2 weeks back to back, I don't know, it's weird. Am I even a streamer anymore? I don't know. Um, but yeah. Anyways, so it's probably gonna take a while for people to show up since I've been so out of the habit. But might as well just get started. As I recall, the last thing we were doing a week ago was setting up a new background. So, for example, if we run the script, uh, I think it'll still show the mountain background if I recall correctly, because the way it was left was was it was why is it not doing stuff? Come on, what? This is new. Oh wow, that's very new. All right. Cool. So I'm at a new. I'm in space now. At my new. My new. I don't know if it's if it's a permanent or temporary place, but I'm in space, and so apparently, even though I've changed nothing involving the network code, apparently in space the network code is a little bit different. So what? Because the connected party did not properly respond after a period of time. Oh, so I'm guessing something's up with Twitch chat or like the IRC that runs that like that Twitch chat is based on. Interesting. Uh, so I'm wearing little gloves, you might notice, and that's just because it's cold in space. So, um, so what? What's all? um, yeah, actually, I ran before firing up the stream. I just ran the script, and it didn't do this, but it also did something weird. So, I'm thinking, I don't know, because I don't really need excuse me one second. Because I don't really need the chat stuff going just to work on backgrounds, I might just deactivate that for now. Because I don't know, I just don't feel like it's anything on my side necessarily. At least I hope not. If it if it's still happening later, I might have to adjust for my new network setup, but I'm thinking this might just be for now I'm thinking this might just be Twitch, so I'll probably just not care about that. And I can deactivate that easily by deactivating the thread that does all that stuff. And then I can just reactivate it at some point when I'm ready to see if it's gotten better. So, alright. So now we can just run the script sans network. Come on. What's the hold up? Oh. Oh, it's still trying to connect even though it's not running the thread, right? Hold on, so I have to do something more than that. I can't just deactivate that. I have to this no, not this whole block. This whole block. So I'm told if you can just turn things into one long that's not gonna work. Oh no, what is it? It's like triple quotes or something? Yeah, triple quotes. This is magic, like line breaking string magic. So, uh, yeah. Maybe that'll. Oh, all right. Now you're just mad that socket never gets used. Well, if you wanted socket to get used, you should make socket work better. I'm of course addressing all of technology right now. Um, all right, yeah, all right. So yeah, of course we're not going to see little dudes marching across because the game. Whoop, Wait, where's this? I thought I took out all. Oh no, I didn't. I probably didn't take out all references. Oh, say. All right. Well, I can just skip this line, I suppose. We'll just do everything except actually say stuff for now. All right. Anyways, and actually, I guess if I'm disabling stuff like that, I can disable the panel thread because we don't need that panel. We're basically just going to work on art for now. And actually, most of what I was planning on working on today was art related, so that's cool. That's cool. I don't need the other stuff to work. We good. So right. Anyways, I might at some point want to fake. Oh yeah, no. At some point, I guess I'll want to fake little dudes marching across the screen because later on we might get to character art. We'll probably get to character art. Probably. And we could just do backgrounds today. The big things to do are more background art, background transitions, more character art, and like hooking up character art so that it actually does anything. Excuse me. I think I have like an allergy to something in space, but I haven't figured out what it is. Sorry, I haven't figured out what it is yet. So I haven't gotten good at avoiding it yet. All right, so this is all how we left it, and so we have our mountain scene, and our mountain scene will tick slowly past, and it'll think events are happening, and that's cute. We made a forest scene. We just don't switch from the mountain scene to the forest scene. We don't switch between scenes. In fact, we don't even reference the assets where we should be referencing them. We still reference the temp versions. So should I make the excuse me. Wow. Oh, that's early. Usually I don't start. I think being in space has screwed up my internal clock. Or I'm just out of practice. Just terribly out of practice. Anyways, yeah, I don't know if I should make the transitions first or hook up the tech for the transitions. I guess I could just make dumb transitions and then hook up the tech and then make the transitions better. So I'll make dumb transitions first. And by dumb transitions, I mean, so we have, how do I want to do this? Yeah, I think I might do a full bar of transitions. Like I could do a truncated, like, because basically what a transition, like, so the backgrounds that like scroll and loop and everything, but the transitions basically just have to like go between the looping sections of the background, so that when we're switching like from mountains to forest, there's a transition thing that starts out mountainous and then turns foresty, instead of just having like an awkward seam where it like just cut in half trees, but like cut in half mountains or anything weird like that. So I could make them short-ish. I could make them not very long because it won't take actually very long to transition from one to the other. But I think I might actually just make them the full length, so that way the looping stuff can just continue scrolling without having to change how that works. I don't know. And then, I mean, it affords me a little more space in case I feel like getting artistic with the how the transitions play. But I guess actually no, it just gives me like freedom there, and like so it's slightly extra data technically. But I don't know. I think that'll be the right way to go overall. So let's find out. Journey, Evolve, BGs. So let's do mountains to forest first. So we have like the real backgrounds. There's background 0, background 1, background 2. For now I'm just gonna copy and paste these here, and so if we open these in paint.net, oops, oh yeah, I have a big green block because of not a good reason, because of a stupid reason. Anyways, let's open the other ones. BG's mountains. So Oh, and then there's the frames too. I guess we'll probably. I don't know when's the right way to right. Blah, blah, I don't know when is the right time to switch the frames for the. I guess it doesn't super matter, as long as we do it at an appropriate time. We can just swap out the frames are the part of the background, and the frames. When I say frames, I mean the backgrounds of this action text, and so like it's bluish on a reddish background, and it's like reddish on a greenish background, and I mean I guess we have to switch those at some point, but it'll probably be like once the transition starts. It'll probably be once the transition starts, it'll be between the next events. It should be fairly infrequent that an event and a transition are occurring at the same time. So most of the time, that won't really amount to anything. All right. Anyway, so yeah, the mountains doesn't actually have like a midground. It only has like a foreground and a background, because scale, and so the yeah. All right. Now let's open the forest backgrounds. Oops. Backgrounds forests. Oops, no, just forests. So background 0, 1, and 2. Like I said, I just wanted to do this the easy way. I'm just making like really crummy. Oops, I'm making just really crummy transitions to start with. So I'm literally just gonna take like half of this, copy, and paste it right on top of this. So this is our crummy transition. So save as. Oh wait, yeah, no, mountains to forest. All right, so yeah, BG0. Yeah, save that. Yeah. Okay. And then yep, just keep on doing that. super super awkward approach for now. Save as. BGs to mountains to forest. Yeah. Yep. And then I guess I'll want to do the opposite for the forest to mountains too. So, alright, yeah. Last one though for the first transition. So, just chopping it in half, and then so for the actual art, I'll want to go back and blend these and make them actually like pretty. We're not worrying about that yet. So save as mountains to forest, BG2, yar. All right, and now let's well, actually I guess I can just edit, invert selection, copy, and deselect, paste, and then we have our opposite one. So save as. So this one is forest to mountain. So save it here. Yerp, and then. Oh wait, no, that's not. No, that's not how it works. No, that's silly. I'm silly. I'm a silly person. Undo that. No, what we want to do is undo the paste. Yeah, whatever. We just want to undo. Yeah, okay. Derps. Alright, so, oops, nope. Copy. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, so say this is forest to mountain. Yeah. Because it starts forest and then becomes mountain. Alright. Yeah. Alright, deselect. Not that was necessary. I don't know why I did that. Oh yeah, and so, alright, so, again, this one. I don't really have to copy and paste. I could just go to the other one and delete a portion, but whatever. Deselect, paste, whatever. Save as forest to mountain, BG1, save, yeah. And then deselect, undo, select, copy, paste. Cool. Alright, save as. Mountain, forest to mountains, yes, BG0. Alright, so now we have our crummy transitions that don't look good. But actually, you know what? I guess just to indicate that they're actually happening. Hold on, let's close all these. No, go away. No, don't do that. Just don't. Alright, yeah, I'm going to, just so that it's clear that we're using the transition pieces correctly, I'm gonna just make it obvious in the dumbest way. I'm just gonna, like, I don't know, make like a red line. So that way, if we see the red line, we'll know that it is actually using the transition pieces. It's not just abutting like two of the non-transition loopy pieces, whatever. Technical terms. Pardon the technical jargon. Alright. So again, we're just and we have to redo all of this art anyway, so like I'll have to remember to not leave giant floating red lines as stitch marks when I do the art for real. Alright, so save that, and then let's do the same thing with the other transition. So file, open, mountains to forest, open. Oh my gosh, once upon a time I was actually planning on making different art for each event. There were going to be like a million, not like literally a million, but like 12 different images for each event, and oh my gosh, what on earth was I thinking? Like, even just this scale of art production feels like a lot. And it's not really. I don't know. If I was a real artist, I would be ashamed to complain about this level of art production. Because I'm really not doing anything special here. It just feels special because I'm not like, I don't think of myself as an artist, really. I think of myself as a developer who happens to make his own art sometimes. Alright, so what's up? Yeah, alright, so it's like good now, I guess. So we have our assets. And we can start. Excuse me. We can start arcing them up. So basically, I think like the way we're going to decide when to transition is that it has to like the stars, not literally the stars, but like basically the stars have to align. No, the backgrounds have to align, somewhat, in order for the transition to not be horribly wonky. So I think I think yeah, I think the way it's gonna work is that whenever we're about to, so like the background piece is the slowest piece, and it'll be the first one that, because it's the slowest, it'll be the first one that we want to begin transitioning, so that, because like okay, so like once we begin transitioning, instead of feeding in the same background loop again, we're going to start feeding in the transition piece, and so yeah, it's right. So that since the background is scrolling the slowest, and all the transition pieces have to go from one side of the screen to the other side of the screen in order for the transition to complete, we have to start scrolling the furthest back piece the soonest. So the check to see whether we're ready to transition will occur when the background piece begins its loop. And I kind of want to make the system generic in case I feel like retuning the scroll speeds of the pieces. So I think basically what's going to happen, when the background piece, when it's when it's time to transition, and the background piece is like up for another cycle, we're going to check the positions of the other two pieces, and there's going to be like a certain range. Like we want to make sure that like those other pieces will begin scrolling again at roughly the correct time, and I think I want to time it out so that basically all the transition pieces are centered at the same time, roughly. It doesn't have to be perfect, because if we wait for like, if we wait for it to be literally perfect, it'll take forever for the transition to occur, or it could take a while. Um, I mean, the other thing is that the timing systems here can be a little bit loose because it really doesn't, like, transitions are going to happen relatively infrequently. Like, I think, I don't know, like maybe like on the scale of like the half hour or something. Like, yeah, I just don't think we're going to change scenes like super often. So it's okay for it to take a while. So we can wait a little while for to find like a good alignment between each of the slides. Um, so yeah, one thing I guess I want to do is standardize the or like so right now I just have like when we scroll the backgrounds, we just scroll them by like 2, 4, and 6. So I think I'm gonna call this uh, so like BG2 speed, uh, B, BG1 speed, which are these are not real things yet. I need to make these real things. BG1 speed and BG0 speed. G0. Oh, excuse me. Space travel is tiring, apparently. I don't know what's happening. So BG0 speed. Alright. And this is so that we can use these for the sake of our math. Because, like, in order to predict whether the transitions will line up in the center of the screen, we need to know how fast they're moving. And if this number changes, then it'll change the math. So yeah, I guess we can just put these up with this other stuff. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so BG. I'm just thinking if I should make BG layer like a thing, because like we have a lot of them at this point, and we have like this repeated stuff where like we're loading, and we could just handle this a lot simpler if we just did like 3 BG layers. This can get more. This can get more. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Because why not? Alright, so class BG layer. What do we have in a BG layer? We have the image. With the image, we have the scroll values, and we have. What was I just about to add? Oh, the speed. So the images, the scroll values, and the speed, I guess are all we have for now. I think. We might have more stuff. Anyways. Chat. Oh no. Oh no. Reload. I don't know what's happening with chat. I wonder if it's the same thing that's preventing IRC from working. I wonder if chat's even working. I guess I should check that. If it ever comes back. Does it? Yeah. Oop. Excuse me. Don't mind me. I'm just falling over while standing still. Journey bot. Oh, I had notifications. Hold on. Sorry. I'm just gonna look at what that was about. But I won't bother you with it. Oh. Yeah, Russ Jr. says he thinks Twitch chat is being twitchy. Oh no. Yeah, no, I saw none of that. That's sad. Alright, so there are people there and you're chatting and I just can't see you. That's... Alright, I'm sorry. Yeah, hopefully you noticed that. I mean, I try and keep chat on screen and nothing's showing up here, so... Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to space. Sorry. So yeah, I guess I don't know. If people are here, I should probably explain that. I might, yeah, I might. Hmm, with my other browser, I can't connect to chat either. But the yeah, so I'm at my new I'm at my new apartment, and I decided to set up a green screen. It's not it's not perfect though. Like they didn't have the right color green. Whoops. Oh no, I broke the illusion. They didn't have the right color green sheet at the first place that I went. But I just wanted something. I don't know. I wasn't sure. Like it was the. I thought like maybe that would work, but no. I want to get a greener one so I can get like a better visual fidelity. Um, so that I can put stupid gifs in the background because I'm a child and this stuff amuses me. Uh, oh yeah. Also, the reason it took me a while to get my notifications, I uh, I my oh yeah, I don't have an Ethernet cord for my other computer, so I I'm working with only one monitor today, so but I'm streaming, so that's that's the important part, right? Anyways, yeah, let's get back to it. Maybe we'll have chat at some point. That'd be cool. I'll keep my notifications panel open, I guess. Here, there's not really a convenient way to do it. Oh no, I know what I can do. I'll use I'll use my my mobile. Sorry, just one moment. Uh, oh yeah, and the green screen looks awful when I step away from it. Right, it's all like fuzzy and stuff. It's just not. I can do better. I know. I plan to do better. But for now, we're in space. All right, hold on. Almost there. Almost there. Ooh, I wonder if my mobile can do chat. That'd be convenient. Yeah, so because chat's messed up, you guys might have noticed that I'm not actually running JourneyBot. I'm just running the art to test the art. So even if you go to JourneyBot chat, there's nothing really happening there. Earlier, I reloaded this thing and it pretended like it was working again, so that's why I keep reloading it. Anyways, cool. Yeah, oh yeah. Russ says that chat's not working again, so that's weird. I can at least I can at least get Twitter notifications working. So if anyone has anything urgent to say, feel free to tweet at me. It's my handle. If you don't know it, is it's listed underneath in the stream information. It's at srsly_bz. So I'll try and at least check that. What a way to start again. What a way to get back in it. Everything is going swimmingly. Um, I mean, I guess one nice thing about when I'm working without chat, like it's weird not having it, but the one advantage is that I my stream of thought is hypothetically better, so maybe I'll just take advantage of that and try and like really grind out some stuff. So oh cool. All right, it looks like I'm connected to chat now, but who knows? Anyways, so what did we do? All right, yeah. So we have our right. So yeah, right. So we're changing what layers mean. So there's the ping equals how do I do this bonus? Oh, Pygame surface. Yeah, just initialize it to an empty surface. And yeah, there's just that one layer. There's what else is there? There is oh yeah, the ranges, which always start as 0 and 1600. So to scroll equals that. Oops, too many equal signs. And then yeah, the thing I was about to add is speed. So speed sure, equals 0. I mean, I guess when we set this up, we'll want to, well, okay, so we basically want to replace this whole section here. It'll be, I don't know why I thought this was necessary. I mean, I didn't think it was necessary. I don't know why I thought to do this, but whatever, I'm doing it, so here it is. What am I even doing with this? I guess, BG's, is that a thing yet? Am I using this other places? Oh, apparently I am. Oh no, I'm just these are just all my errors. Is BG's a thing yet? Equals like blur. I don't know, whatever. No, equals 0. I'm just seeing. I forget if I'm using a variable name this anyway. BG's. It doesn't look like it, so I'll probably do that. What's? Oh yeah, that. Ugh. Oh, whatever. All these like errors. I mean, these are legit errors. The other ones are, anyways. So yeah, BG's equals what is it? It's like one of these guys. And so then BG's 0 dot, or yeah, BG's 0 equals new BG layer, I guess. And then what? Oh, right, new, no, right, because that's not how Python works. You don't say new in Python. Alright, so BG's BG, I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just say for I in range 3, BG's I equals BG there, and then we can just say so BG 0 dot ping equals this. So yeah, we can basically just replace these, and this one will be BG's 1. This will be BG's 2. And then similarly, this will be BG's 0 dot scroll. Oh, actually, we don't need to do this step because we already did this step. Those ones got initialized correctly because those ones are all the same. Yeah, cool. Oh, speeds, yeah. All right, so BG's 0 dot speed equals, wait, 0 was the furthest back and it was 2. BG's 1 dot speed equals 4. I think we had at the middle range, and then wait, no, 2 was the furthest back, right? Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, no, 0 is the foreground, so 0 is 6 actually. Whoops. It was just in the reverse order because we have to blip them in the reverse order. All right. So wait, what? So then right. So 0, 6, 1 is 4, and 2 is 2. Yeah. All right, and now let's change this over to use right because I got rid of these, so it's not this anymore. It's oh, maybe that's why I did it, because now I can just oh wait, but I have to change the order. Oh. Right, so 0 probably should be the one that's furthest back. Maybe I should switch that up. because now we can just like, now this is the same thing for each one. We can just go through our background layers and do the same thing instead of having to do it several times over. Although it's kind of funny because as I was just saying, there's actually a difference between what happens here, kind of, because for the whatever layer is furthest back, whatever we're calling that layer, like this scenario here, what's happening here, is the potential initiator for the transition. So, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. It's probably still fun. So maybe instead of changing them, I'll just change the range, and or change like use the. So maybe instead I'll just be like for I in range. What would it be? It would be range 2 to range -1, stepping by -1. I'm pretty sure. So the last value is how we increment, and this range I think will start at 2, and then it'll go to 1, and then to 0. And I don't think it'll actually go to -1 because I'm pretty sure ranges in Python exclude the end value. Maybe we'll find out. And then what happens in here is basically this stuff. I'm just going to not nuke the other stuff in case I change my mind and want to keep the other stuff instead. But I guess I'll turn this stuff into a line breaking string just because I don't technically need it. I mean, it will technically be redundant with the other stuff. And then, right, parade is the beginning of the other stuff. Alright, so, oh yeah, I didn't put in the, oh, and yeah, I also don't want to use I twice. I need to use different, so I don't know, this will be SI, I guess. And I do have to rewrite most of this stuff. But for now, I'm just going to replace the I's with SI's, so I don't forget to do it later. Alright, so excuse me. Hey, chat's back too. Mitsuki, how's it going? Welcome. You're the first person to successfully chat since I started streaming again. So welcome. Good to see you. I don't know what just happened with my camera. Like when I raised my hands, everything got bright for a second. I don't know what that's about. Things are weird in space. Physics is all turned on its head. Sorry about that. Alright, so Russ Jr., hey, welcome. Chat, yay, chat. Seems to be working a little bit. Space is cool. It's a little bit chilly, hence the gloves, but it's neat. It's like yeah. Swag kitty. I don't know how to say that. All right. So, yeah, no, space is nice. I'm all settled in. I might not stay forever, but it's a cool. I can stream from space, so that works. Yeah. So let's see. Right. All right. So now we change over all of our variable names. It was weird. I started streaming again today, and I hadn't streamed in a while, but it didn't feel like streaming until chat came back. Now it feels like it's actually happening again. So, all right. So now we're actually referencing BG's index I dot scroll index SI. All right. And we're not using BG's to speed. We're using BG's index I dot speed. Index I dot speed. Yes. And right again, so we're not using bg scroll 2, we're using bg's index I dot scroll. But yeah, that's a good question. I was a little bit glad to hear that the chat stuff wasn't on my end necessarily, because I don't know how the internet is here. Uh I guess we'll find out. Like, this is kind of the test run. It seems like my upload speeds have been pretty good on my end so far, so uh yeah, hopefully it all works. Unfortunately, I don't necessarily like the service provider in space. I won't say who it is, but it starts with a C, and it's not a very beloved internet service provider. But I don't know. It's working so far, so I'll wait to see how it goes. All right, and so again, all right, yeah. Here we're not using bg2.ping. We're using bg's.i or bg's index I dot ping, and again, once more, we're not using bg scroll 2. We're using bg's index I dot scroll index si. All right, so is that it? I think I just made it so that I didn't break anything. I don't think I added anything right here, but I think I didn't break anything hypothetically. So let's rerun the script and see what happens. Yes. Backgrounds. Nope. Index out of range. Where's the index going out of range? What? What do you... List assignment index out of range. What? Alright, well... Would you be happier if I did it like this? Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't supposed to just, like, kind of cram them in there. I was supposed to append them or something, but I don't know. I think it works about as well to just go like this. So, whatever. Maybe that'll fix it. Got it! Hey, how's it going? Oh, sorry, kitty. Yeah, I was really slow getting ready for work today. I wanted to start actually streaming much earlier, but then I don't know. It's like I'm off my game a little bit. I'm just getting used to it. um, yeah, I'm doing well. How have you guys been? It's been so. Oh, for some reason, if I raise my arms, like the camera freaks out. I don't know what that's about. But I'll try to stop doing that. So yeah, and how have you guys been? It's I missed you guys. I'm glad you guys all remembered me, and it's like old times. No, but it felt weird being gone for so long. Oh yeah, so Kata's chat's freaking out a little bit. So if stuff goes weird, like I'm not actually blocking anything. I don't think. Yeah, no, I don't have any blacklists set up. So if stuff shows up, I think it's just because chat is weird right now. So uh, yeah. Oh look, all right. So now everything's moving at the same speed. So clearly not everything's right, but some stuff's right-ish. So uh, uh, B. Um, I get it now. The staying alive thing. It took me a minute, but 2 and 2. All right, why are the Bee Gees all all moving at the same speed? I'm very distinctly setting the speeds separately. Am I? Maybe I'm using. Maybe I just didn't. Maybe I had the wrong value for when we're looping over it. BG scroll. BG's I dot speed. Huh. Well, let's I don't know. That's interesting. very clearly setting the speeds differently. Um, so let's see if it's the speeds or if it's what. Uh, BG's or so print uh, um, a tourney. I don't know. We can start one if we need to. um, BG's. Hey, did anyone do Ludum Dare over the weekend? I noticed. I noticed a lot of people did, of course, but I don't know if any of you guys did. Oh, pizza! I'm the entire time that I was off doing other things, like launching off into space, I my diet got so bad. I ate like all the most delicious and terrible foods because like I was leaving where had been, and so of course before I left, I had to go and eat um, pizza at all my favorite pizza places because I'd never see those pizza places again, ever again in my entire life, possibly. So for the past week, I've just oh, it got really bad. Then like yesterday, when I actually started trying to eat healthy again, it was like the worst. It was the worst thing. Oh God, how how do people eat this way? It took me like not any time at all to completely lose track of how to be a healthy person. Um, so yeah, let's check that the strings are at least, or the speeds are at least getting set correctly. 'Cause, I mean, this one seems pretty obvious, but whoa, what? Oh, whoops! I forgot to specify that I wanted the speed. I was just printing like the whole thing. Oops. They have pizza in space though too, so I was really tempted to just keep eating. What? Oh, sometimes this IDE eats my parentheses and stuff. It's kind of weird. Um, yeah, definitely not intended. All right, so the speeds shift. um. Oh. Huh. I wonder if it's the. Oh. Yeah. Huh. I wonder if it's the ranges. Probably. I think would be the problem. I'm thinking. Or like the. There's this weird thing where oh wait, this could be a good time to. Ooh. Last time I set up something like this, I was told like what's the correct way to go about doing it, and I'm not 100%. Uh, oh yeah, so the thing that's not happening right now is that like we're not getting the parallax effect. So, and I think what's happening is that it's actually like all the layers are using the same position coordinates because like so the way we defined our BG layers is that they have scroll coordinates, but I think all of the BG layers are using the same scroll coordinates for some reason. And the other day when I was setting up something similar, if Dog then, a regular viewer, was explaining uh, how to set this up the correct way, and now I'm not remembering exactly what he said. It'll either come back to me or I can just do the workaround that I usually do, or I could go look it up. Um, oh, cool. Yeah, I had a lot of I had to set up my space station yesterday and the day before. That was like all I did all weekend. So I didn't participate in Ludum Dare myself. It seemed like an interesting theme though. What sort of web stuff did you do, Russ? Um, and what on earth is am I supposed to be doing here? Like, what's the correct way to do this? It has to do with like initialization, and I'll figure it out later. For now, I'll just do the manual reinitialization. Um, where? Right. So, all right. So now that we've done that, we can say for I in range 3, uh, uh, bg's index I dot scroll equals 0 1600. Save that. So, oh, cool. Whenever I hear like enough like net related terms, it just like passes through my brain. Oh, why can I not raise my hands? That's the weirdest thing. Anyways, but yeah, like I think I get I understand that what you're saying are words. I don't port a chat Java app over to a web-based version that uses Node.js. Yeah, I guess I don't know what Node.js and Sock.io are, but that sounds cool. So good job. um, uh, it was just occurring to me I probably shouldn't use 1600 in case I ever change the width of these backgrounds. So maybe I should use a better number. Oh, isn't 1600? 1600 is just the width of the entire graphics stuff. So I probably have that as like a variable somewhere. Yeah, G width. All right, so it should be. Oh, it's right there. Yeah. So let's use G width in case we ever change it. In case we ever change what G width is, and I think now it should work. Now we should get the parallaxing back, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so before like it was all moving together and it was all moving too fast, but now like the background moves slowly and the foreground moves less slowly. Cool. So far we've accomplished basically nothing except that I changed something and then broke it and then fixed it so that it works again. um, um, so now let's actually add something, because adding things can be fun sometimes. Excuse me. Oh, cool. Ooh. Yeah, as we've observed, the chat that we're using here is not always 100%, which is great because this game that I'm working on, is this game that I'm making is based entirely on chat. So that'll be interesting. uh, all right. So transitions, right? So okay, so now in the place that we're, like I said, in the place that we're processing these things, I mean, if they had all been separate like they had been before, now that we fixed it, I'm just gonna get rid of these. Um, if they'd all been separate, then we only really have to check this on the first, the case of the BG's 2, the first one, whatever the first one is. Oh, so actually we should do this before the rest of the stuff. Because I guess, yeah, so I guess what we want to check is basically the same thing that we're checking here. Is if this is going to happen, like if this condition is going to evaluate, then we basically want to anticipate that. Uh, hmm. Yeah, we have to do it. Yeah, we literally have to do it the frame that this is going. uh, Huh. All right. I mean, that's easy enough to anticipate. We can just say. We can just say. So if wow, that's awesome. That's like I don't know. That's like real programming. That's like it's like real stuff. You're like a real developer. What am I looking for here? I want to see if oh yeah, no, I just want to see if BG speed if BG's 0 dot speed is oh yeah. Actually, I guess I want to check this uh for both backgrounds. So or for both scroll uh thingies. So for if BG's 0 dot speed is greater than BG's index 2, right? 2 is the background. 2 is the slowest one. Yep. Dot scroll index SI. And so, right, so what we're checking for, oh no, negative 1600. Oh. Oh, wait. No, that's not sufficient. Because, no, we're not, so speed minus 1600? Or scroll plus 1600? Yeah, let's just do BG's minus 16, excuse me, speed minus 1600. Right, so basically, so basically what we're checking is whether this will evaluate after this occurs. It's a little weird to do it like this because, I mean, we're kind of running the same conditional twice, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. We're just gonna run the same conditional twice, and that's gonna be how it is. Um, hmm. um, so, oh right, and so okay, so what happens in this case? If this evaluates to true, this means that we're about to do this stuff. Oh, so yeah, actually, I guess we should just extend this conditional because the next thing we want to check is if the stars have aligned, not if and if the scrolls have aligned. But that sounds equally mystical. Because okay, so if right, so the first thing we're checking is whether the background layer, the very farthest back layer, is perfectly centered. And we're checking that because it means that if like, so if it's looping, right? So if one loop of it is perfectly centered, that means like the second version of it, because like in order to loop, there's actually two copies of the same image that scroll next to each other. And when it gets to the end, the other one teleports to the other side so that it continues to scroll consistently. So this conditional is the first check is to see if in this frame the other instance of this scroll is going to teleport to the other side to continue scrolling seamlessly. And if it is, whoops, I raise my arms a lot, and I don't know why my camera keeps doing that. Anyways, so if the camera if the background frame is about to change, then that's a convenient time to swap out the image because it will instead start scrolling to this new image and it'll just seamlessly transition it through, at least for the start of the transition. The other thing that we need to check is whether the other scroll pieces, the other background layers, are in like the correct place. In order to determine whether they're in the correct place, we need to because so the background layers all scroll at a constant speed. So basically, we have to check if they're in a position now such that at their consistent speed they will reach the center at the same time VG0 reaches the center. So mathfulness. Yeah, I don't know what's this. I want to see what happens actually. Oh no, it's not gonna. What was it doing before? It kept like getting. The image kept getting. Yeah, what is this? It keeps getting blown out whenever I. All right, well I guess it just like gets bright. I guess. I don't know what that's about. Whenever I have an idea, I'll be like. I'll be like. It's off screen, but there's a light bulb appearing over my head. That's why everything gets bright all of a sudden. What is that about? I don't know. Anyways. All right, math time. Math time. All right, so first we have to check how long will it take for background 0 to get into position, right? Oh, so maybe we should do this. Actually, no. Maybe we should nest these conditionals because we got to do math, and we only want to do math. We only want to bother doing this math once, and only in the case that we think that this could happen. So, all right. So, and this will evaluate true very infrequently, because the very farthest background layer scrolls so slowly that it loops only every like few minutes or something. Oh yeah. Oh, you guys wait. You want to see something? So the reason I have oh wait, why did it turn red? That was weird. You guys want to see something really creepy? So I'm using a green screen. So if I cast green light on myself. Wait, hold on. Is it working? Sorry. I probably should have given more warning, but that's what happens if I get green light on me while I'm standing in front of a green screen. Oops. Terrifying. Anyways. Oh, I can get rid of that print. Sorry. Yeah. um, I noticed that yesterday when I was trying to set up the green screen. The screen that I'm using in the background isn't very good, so I'm gonna have to replace it. And in the meantime, it's what color is Python? What color is Okay, interesting. JavaScript and Java are red. Is that like a warning sign? Is it like stop, stay away sort of thing? Yeah. I actually, huh? I I don't know. Synesthesia is a really interesting concept. It's the sort of thing that like I want to like I want I want it to be like accessible for tourism. I don't know. I feel like it's the sort of thing that I'd like to have for a day, and then maybe not have for the rest of my life. But I don't know. It's because it's I don't know. It sounds like artistically magical. I don't know. I hope that's not insensitive. Um, I don't know. I don't really understand it, but it's just such an intriguing concept that. That's so green. Oh, I think my green screen is actually Python colored because yeah, it's like kind of like a not pleasant green color. uh, uh, oh really? All right, cool. Sign me up. So when they make I don't know if it'd be a surgery or like a implant, like a chip that I can implant in my brain or something, for synesthesia. Cool. um, what was I doing here? I got a little distracted. I took out the print, and then oh yeah, right. So I have to do math. Math time. The first math will be to determine how long I guess it'll take. Yeah, I guess we have to do how many frames. So this is fairly simple. It's just so for oh yeah yeah no so for so I guess align frames equals well I can somewhat picture that one just because I had Winamp visualizers. um, you know you know what I was thinking of doing actually, Russ. I just reminded of what you said. Um, I just got like a random GIF off the internet. I mean, wait, no, I'm actually in space right now. This isn't just a random GIF off the internet that's behind me. Um, but I was thinking hypothetically, I could use Pygame for this. I could, I could program like my own green screen visuals, I guess. And like hypothetically, I mean, maybe because like I'm working on Journey right now, so of course the first thing I thought was like I could, I don't know, like the backgrounds that I'm making for Journey, I could make more backgrounds and have them here as well. Oh, I raised my hands, and have them like show up there as well. I don't know if I'll actually do that, but it did occur to me that I could. So, I mean, if I'm acting as like game master for the game, I might as well be in it, right? The other thing is, I they let me in space. They let me bring my the same little exercise thing that I'm standing on. So I was thinking of like of making it like a scrolling background, so it looks like I'm actually like walking somewhere. So like instead of like right now the stars are like scrolling to the side. I wanted to. I was trying to find a star field that looked like it was scrolling backwards, so that I could like so that I could walk. It looked like I was walking through space. I might do that. We'll see. I don't know. I might be having too much fun with the green screen. Thank you. All right, that's one vote for to do it. So, uh, yeah, for like more complex stuff, I actually have to get a better green screen because, for one thing, I don't know if you guys can see it, but like my sweatshirt, like there are holes in it. Like it's like it wouldn't show up very well. But so maybe I just need another sweatshirt. But thank you, Mitsuki. That's one of the nicest things. That's one of the nicest compliments I've received in quite some time. um, all right, I'm gonna count that as 3 votes. Yes. um, all right. What is align frames? Align frames. First of all, it's half. Wait, what am I saying? Oh yeah, no, I'm not supposed to be saying 1600 here. I'm supposed to be saying what was the G width or something? What was the thing that we decided was oh, I'm using 1600 a lot of places. So yeah, I should be using G width, right? Is that G width is what it's called? I think, right? Yeah, G width. Yeah, I should be using it for a lot of these things because like all these places that it says 1600, what it actually means is G width. So instead of negative 1600, we'll do 0 minus G width, and instead of 3200, we'll do 2 times G width. G width. All right, and then yeah, G width. I guess. I mean, if I ever do, so the one reason I'm thinking I might change that is because the one reason I might change G width is just because it occurred to me like I don't actually need like this much space to like just for camera space. So I'm thinking of I'll probably add in like new visuals like here and like move the, I don't know, I'll probably like rearrange it somehow. And the reason I might do that is so that I can actually have have the game stretch all the way across the screen. So instead of stopping against the chat window, like actually have it stretch all the way across the bottom of the screen. I don't know if I'm going to do that necessarily, but I don't want to make it impossible for myself if I decide that I want to do that. So, yeah. I mean, it'll still be a fair amount of work if I want to change it, because I'll probably want to extend my background so that they stretch all the way across the screen. Probably. Ooh. So maybe I'll just never do that. Either way. All right. So align frames. So in order to, this is going to be the number of frames until the alignment, until the mystical scroll alignment occurs, and so that will occur. So half of G width divided by, so G width divided by 2. Divided by BG's 2. Wait, 0? Wait, why is this 0? This is supposed to be 2, right? Yeah. Pretty sure that's supposed to be 2. I don't know why I typed it as... Yeah, right? Yeah, no, that's totally supposed to be 2. Whoops. Anyways. Right, so... yeah, this is also going to be 2. So BG's 2 dot speed. So this is how long it will take for the slowest background, the furthest background to travel halfway across the screen, and we're going to compare this to how long it will take. We're going to use this to figure out essentially what will be the correct position for the other layers, such that they will align, such that they'll be so that in the current frame they'll be in the correct position to, at their current speed or at their fixed speed, travel the appropriate distance, so that they also land at the center of the screen at the same frame. And it's not going to be exact. There's going to be a little bit of wiggle room there, but all right. So let's so if align frames, what if align frames times BG's 1 dot speed. Yeah, you tell them, Alia. You tell them. um, so so this is the distance for BG's 1. So now we have to check if BG's 1 is at this distance currently. No, because we actually want to subtract. Wait. We want to subtract half of G width. Because half of the distance has to occur once it's made the transition. So what we actually want to know, because like, right, because in this case, like, the furthest back one, please don't try and work around the chat filter, Aliaful. I'm going to purge what you said, because one of the rules is don't work around the chat filter. Chat filter's there for a reason. Thank you. Sorry, I'm making my face light up. Oh, and it makes my teeth look weird. Oh, I'm a monster. Sorry. All right, I can do this. Right, because okay, so this first conditional only occurs when the furthest background is about to make its transition. So yeah, all right. So maybe for now I'll just say take my word. We want to subtract half of g width from this. I I don't mind that my face gets bright, but that's just weird. I imagine that looks really just weird. I mean, I can see it, and it looks weird to me. So anyways, so b divided by 2. Um, Actually, that might not... Because the other thing we need to do is we need to subtract all of g width. Oh. Subtract all... So wait, maybe it's not divided by 2. Maybe it's actually like times 1.5. G width times 1.5. Um, yeah. Oh. Oh. You know what's funny right now is that the back layer moves at a rate of 2, and the layer in front of it moves at a rate of 4. So it actually moves twice as fast. So it'll actually... I'm in space! Hey, Dr. Fire Penguin. How's it going? Welcome to space. um, oh, yeah, so I just... Alright. Sorry, I'm just... I just, that visual effect, I don't... It irks me. I'll try not to get distracted by it, though. Yeah, right. So it just occurred to me because I was about to open up Paint and like draw out what I'm. No, stop. All right. I obviously. What are you talking about? I typed Paint. That's the exact name. That's the exact correct name. Windows. You don't have to ask me what I meant. I typed in the exact name. You jerk. Sorry. So yeah, like sorry. The way that this is set up is like so like I'm gonna just draw them out on separate layers. Let's say this is like the background, like the furthest background. It's like oops, what are you doing? It's like excuse me. So like there are two copies of it and they scroll together. And so let's say I guess like this is like this what we're seeing on screen at any given time. Like we're seeing whoops, that should be a straight line, but whatever. Oh yeah, I can make it a straight line. So like this is like what we're actually seeing on screen. So this whole thing starts when we get to roughly this position where like they're scrolling. I should not bother getting that pixel perfect, whatever. So they're scrolling in like that direction, right? And so this is the frame wherein this one is about to, the one on the left here is about to disappear and reappear on this side so that it'll keep scrolling in and it'll all look normal. However, we don't want to make that transition unless the other ones are in the correct place. So what just occurred to me is, so like basically we have to check so we're checking the, sometimes you just got to regulate a little bit. Plus I'm on a little edge. I'm a little on edge because of this. The whole like screen brightening thing. Alright. Ooh, I have to just stop doing that altogether. I'll just remove my arms because clearly my arms are the problem here. Anyways, sorry. So hypothetically, if all of the oh gosh, you know what's funny is that all of the other slides move at multiples of the first slide. So really what we actually want to look for is this case, so that like I mean the layers are actually on top of each other, but like imagine like these are all the different layers or whatever. What we want to look for is actually this case because so the next layer up moves twice as fast as the bottom layer, and the layer above that moves 3 times as fast as the bottom layer. So like if instead of moving twice as fast, if it moved like 1.5 times as fast, then we actually wouldn't want to wait for this scenario for the second layer. We would actually want to wait for this scenario for the second layer because this is, if it was moving 1.5 times as fast, this is the scenario wherein they would on the next lap line up together exactly in the center of the screen. So maybe I shouldn't make this system like generic and flexible. Maybe I should just hey Vuki, how's it going? Long time. Um so yeah. It takes longer to get into space than I expected, and so I've just been blasting through that stratosphere for the past week, and I made it. So yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to see you again. Um, the Yeah, I'm thinking of not making the system as smart as it could be, and instead just working on the assumption that all the slides parallax, like all the so that the parallax speeds so like the front layer will always like the layers above the back layer will always be multiples of the speed of the back layer. I'm thinking might be the case because that would make this math simpler. And that's probably fine because I think that's like roughly how, I mean, like if things are if we think of these layers as like equidistant apart. Oh no, I was gonna say if we think of them as equidistant apart, then that's actually how parallax works, but I don't think that's true. I think actually it means that if the first layer, if the so like the layer closest to the screen, if that layer compared to the next layer, if the distance between that layer is half of the distance between the other layers, so like the distance between the middle layer and the furthest layer, I think that would cause. I think that's like actually how parallax would work. And like we don't we don't need it to be literally like perfect, magical, correct or whatever. We just need it to look good enough, and I think I'm comfortable saying that we can make it look good within the confines of the system, and like if not, we can always revisit it later. So, all right, that simplifies things a little bit because we don't have to do any of these extra steps. We can basically just run the same step. Oh, well, I guess it's a little different because like I was saying before. Wait, no. No, we don't have to check if it's we don't have to check. We don't have to run any more checks because actually if we make that assumption, then we can just say that this is the sufficient case, and because if this is correct, then the others have to be correct hypothetically. Because if they're not correct, something's gone terribly wrong. Oh, so I guess we just have to identify which of the two frames are in the correct. Yes, Twitch is eating chat. Chat is like a mess today. It's actually why the game's not actually running. We're just running the graphics and we're just working on graphical things. So yeah, it's been like that all day. Um, if you have anything super urgent to say, I also have my Twitter notifications panel open on my mobile device. So feel free to contact me there for anything urgent. And sometimes chat works. So yeah. Fun. Fun times. Um, so, yeah. Will it always be the same? I wonder if it'll always be the same slide, too. Let me think. So, if, wait, okay, no. So, if the furthest back layer is moving half as fast as the middle layer, then the middle layer, like whenever the back layer completes even half a lap, the middle layer will always have completed a full lap. So for the middle layer, it'll actually always have to be slide 0, um, or scroll 0, scroll index 0. But if the closest layer is moving 3 times as fast, then it could be the other side. Yeah, because each half lap it'll do 1.5 laps. So it could be, so yeah, so I should probably just, I should probably just check for all of the layers in case I change the speeds relative to each other. But I might just not instead. I might just check for. Oh, so is this going to be consistent? Is it going to be like, I think, um, that's so weird. Not helpful, chat. Um, okay, so yeah, we have to do more stuff because when this evaluates to true, we actually have to do. I mean, that's like when we have to start processing the transition. So there's going to be a lot implied by that. So I guess for now I'll just finish setting up the conditional. And yeah, so actually I guess it's sufficient just to. I mean, we can figure. I'm pretty sure we can figure everything out that we need based on the this first statement, because if the front side is if the middle side is moving twice as fast, then it'll always be index 0 regardless of what index the initial one is. And if the one if the closest side is moving 3 times as fast, I think it'll always be the same index, because when it or it will always be the opposite index. No, it has to be the same. It has to sometimes be the same index because they start the same. So Trent, hey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome to Space. Oops. For some reason, when I raise my hands, like my face gets brighter. I don't know what that's about. Something about solar radiation, I think, up here in space. I don't know what causes that, but anyways, welcome. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Yeah. So, all right. So they all start at 0, right? So they have to be lined up. Like they have to have the same index sometimes, but will they always be the same index? Once the back layer does half a Twitch chat is having a bit of a day today, let's say. Hopefully it'll get better at some point, considering I'm making a chat based game, but yeah, no, I think it's just having a little time to itself to sort itself out, perhaps. All right, so when the furthest back layer does half a lap and it moves on to scroll 1, the front layer will have done 1.5 laps, and so it'll also be on scroll 1. And then when the back layer does another half a lap, it'll be back to 0, and the front layer will have done 1.5 more laps. All right, so yeah, so the middle layer is always index 0, and the front layer is always the same index as the back layer. So we're getting by. It works sometimes, so there's at least some chat going on. And I am checking my my Twitter notifications. So at srsly_bz. I raise my hands to like point. I raise my hands to like point at the bio section underneath the stream, and I have no clue why my camera's freaking out like that. The best part is that it makes my teeth weird. No, it doesn't. I was not doing it. Hold on. I just feel like doing this again. This is completely unrelated to everything else, but sorry. That's what happens if I cast green light on myself while standing in front of a green screen. All right. All right. So so all right. So yeah, now we can actually start processing the now we can actually start processing that weird visual effect just amuses me. Not when it happens by accident. Not when I don't want it to happen. But whatever. I just have to deal with it for now. So this is like transition is go. We can just like we have to keep track of what SI is. So yeah, what all do we need to keep track of? So like uh so I guess oh sorry, one sec. Um so like the transition we have to oops. Don't mind me. Um well actually no, I guess yeah, no, a lot of this stuff we can process inside the conditional itself. Is there anything that there are some things that have to carry out from the from this conditional? Excuse me for a second. I think I'm about to. Nope. I thought I was about to sneeze, so I was going to mute the microphone, but crisis averted. Um, there's some stuff that we have to keep track of outside of the conditional because, for example, we have to keep track of that we're in the transition, and so while we're in the transition, we have to wait. We have to set the new. So in the conditional, we have to set the slides. No, we only set yeah right. So in the conditional, we only change the first slide. We only change like the background slide. Uh, um, and then we have then yeah. So what we have to keep track of then is the oh, interesting. Hmm. It just occurred to me like there might be a way that I can actually put this in the other for loop. No, it'll be unnecessary there most of the time. Yeah, no. Okay, so I'm just gonna say hmm. Yeah, because while the transition is occurring, we have to sequentially like immediately we can change the first background layer or the furthest background layer to the transition, and then in sequence we have to change the when the other layers get to their transition points, we need to switch them over to the excuse me. Uh, we have to switch them over to the transition frame. So yeah, right. First things first. Oh, good. All right. So yeah, no, we can set this up so that it is like. Oh no. Ooh. Sorry, no. It was just. I think there's a way that I can set this up so that. Well, I actually can. That I can actually allow myself like the capacity to change the speed values without having to do too much extra work. But I'm not gonna worry about that. It's yes, it's not material. All right, so yeah, first things first. Let's just change the BG scrolls to BG's uh two dot scroll no not scroll oh oh right. No, I need to do oh huh uh right, yeah, okay, yeah, right, because so previously I was using the same ping for both of the scroll pieces because it was the same image, but now I guess so no, maybe I don't want to actually change the yeah, no, I'm the new all right, how do I want to keep track of this? um I guess I want to uh I don't want to keep track of this. I'll keep track of. I have to keep track of a few things. I need to keep track of for each of the layers. I need to keep track of which of the two scroll pieces should be in transition, and then oh yeah, and well, no, hypothetically, all these scrolls will be lined up perfectly, so I can actually switch backgrounds without having to worry about uh, without having. Oh, thank you, thank you, Mr. Maxmeyer. um, yeah. Oh, and Trent said stuff, and I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I hopefully Chad will come back at some point. Um, it's maybe it knows that I've taken such a long break that I need a little uh time to get back into the full swing of it. I don't know. It's only been a week, but I feel really rusty. Uh, Plus, I'm like working on this like logic. I'm untangling this logic knot, and I'm just like talking. I'm not actually even typing anything. Um, which hypothetically, if I was typing something though right now, I would be typing. Uh, yeah, I guess I just need to keep track of like transitions separately. Uh, so how should I do this? I guess transitions uh equals uh zero. Huh. Oops, excuse me. Transitions equals uh I mean I can know which of the frames to so all right, no, I'm just okay. So for starters, we're just gonna have transition equals 0. 0 means no transition. 1 means, and I guess I'll make a note of this to myself, because I should be using enums, but whatever. Excuse me. Uh, 0 equals no transition. Um, uh, 1 equals time to transition, and 2 equals transition in progress. Oh no, actually no, you know what? Transition 2 equals means BG2 has transitions, and 3 equals BG1 has transitions, and then yeah, I mean I guess technically there's 4. I'll just yeah, so 4 I guess will be for when the back one, the the very last one transitions, or the front one. What is this error? I just stopped typing in the middle of a thought. So all right, yeah. So what's actually going to happen here is no transition, and this shouldn't be just transition. It should be called like BG transition or something, just in case I need another transition at any point in the game. So I'll just call it BG trans actually. Excuse me, my throat. I think I have like a slight allergy to something in space, but I haven't figured out what yet. So I apologize. Um, so all right. So okay. So BG. So yeah. So the other thing we only do this. We do only do any of this if excuse me, if bg trans equals 1, then we do this stuff. And if we do this, then bg trans equals 2, and right. So we need to keep track of what the value of si was, which slide we were on. I mean, we could always just wait for slide 0, and then it would be a lot simpler. Because then it'd be 0 across the board. Hey, T-Borns, how's it going? We're working on Journey. We are, so we have the mountainous backgrounds. Yeah! Welcome to space, or hello from space. I just need to change the scenery. Jonas, how's it going? Welcome. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Good to see you again. Yeah, so what we're working on now is like there's the mountains that scroll past, and we made forests too, and now we're working on transitions. But this is my temp art to indicate a transition between mountains and forests, and so on and so forth. So we're setting it up so that we can actually travel to new places in the game. So yeah, let's it's I don't know. I think I'm just rusty, or like my brain hasn't like caught up to speed yet, because I'm confusing myself with this a little bit. But so yeah, I'm not even gonna I'm just not even gonna check both of the scrolls. I'm just gonna wait for the next scroll 0, because the transitions will actually happen fairly infrequently. So it's not like the timing has to be like super tight or anything. So yeah. Shift tab. So we're not going to even bother checking scroll. Both of the scrolls is just scroll 0. And then it'll be scroll 0 for all of them, which is kind of convenient. Although, hold on. Yeah, right. Because when this, oops, excuse me, sorry for putting my hand so close to the screen. So when this evaluates the first time is actually the case that, wait, what? No, go away. Did I close Paint? Oh, I closed my little illustration. But this is the case where all of the frames are aligned at the like all frame zeros are aligned perfectly off the screen. Yeah, it is a little bit chilly here. I hence the gloves. Also, I just like, I don't mind the cold much, but if my fingers get cold, that is like one of my pet peeves. So yeah. Like if I'm typing, like in I don't know. I don't feel like I have the same like dexterity if my fingers are all like icicles. So yeah, right. So when this first occurs, like, this is the frame wherein they're all this is the frame like right before they all like teleport to the other side. So hypothetically, in this frame, I could evaluate the transition. Yeah, I can just change the state of transition, and then the very next frame I could just check for the next one. So yeah, I guess actually this could just be like a series of elifs. So elif bg trans equals 2, then we'll just run the same check for so this time it'll be bg's 1 and scroll 0, because this won't evaluate till, wait, is this correct? Oh, wait. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not always 0. Maybe it's actually always going to be 1. Yeah, it's actually going to be not the same. It's actually going to be scroll 1. That's interesting. Right, because the reason it's not going to be the same. I shouldn't have closed my little pictorial, whatever, because now I want to draw it again. Uh, uh, right, because so if we have our rectangles, it's like we have I don't know, don't be green. So we have that, and then we have it again. So pardon one moment. Of course I made it too big. Whatever. I swear I've used this program before. I swear. Uh, just not recently. What did I do? Ugh, what am I doing? Why? Why is everything stuff? Alright, so. No. No, what are you doing? Alright, hold on. Delete all this junk. I can do this, I swear. Alright, so we have this, and then we have these. So these are halves of our scroll. These are the halves of our scroll, and so actually I guess whatever. So they're actually all on top of each other, but I'm just visualizing it like this so that we can see that there are the 3 different layers. So like this is like what we see on screen over here, and I'm illustrating this partly so you guys can understand what I'm talking about, but I'm illustrating this partly so that I can remember what I'm talking about and make sure that I'm actually not talking crazy, but talking about real things. Sorry, I'm reading chat. Sorry. Yeah, I have space boots that simulate gravity. They're really good. They're very. Oh no, actually, no, yeah, no. I guess actually, artificial gravity would be a better explanation. Because, for example, like these things don't go flying everywhere. Yep, artificial gravity is. um, it's really top notch artificial gravity too. I haven't found any physics bugs or anything. It's just like the real thing. Um, so right, okay. So let's say this top slide is the very background layer. So the situation that we're in, that we're looking for, the situation where we start the transition is when we just hit this magical point where this one. I mean, technically, these are actually like abutted. So uh, there's actually not like a gap for it. This is the situation where the frame we're in, like this just goes off screen, and so we're flagging this one because like this is also the same frame where this one's going to teleport to the other side and start scrolling in from the other side, and so we this is the frame where we're actually going to start blitting it to be the other, like the transition slide rather than the background slide, or the different art asset. So excuse me. This is also the frame where, like, because of the thing that I've mentioned a few times about how, like all the speeds are multiples of the slowest one's speed. This is actually the frame where all of them flip over to the. Oops. This is the frame where all of them flip over to the other side. And originally I was thinking that like because these all lined up, like these are all slide 0. Like these are slide 0, and the ones that are on screen are slide 1. I was thinking that because they all flip over at the same time, that that slide 0 would be used for the transition at all times. But actually, because the middle layer is moving twice as fast as the top layer, by the time it's actually, but when it's actually appropriate for the top layer, or for the middle layer to transition, it'll have been the case where, well, all right, I guess I might as well depict it. It'll be the case where this one has moved. All right, I'm gonna do a real slaughter job here, but actually, wait, hold on. I'll move this to a bigger canvas. New 1600. Yeah, so well, actually, uh, deselect. So yeah, I guess the first thing that happens is that they all warp over to the other side. Oops. All the frames all together, uh, or all the pieces of the scroll all together in the same frame, pop over to the other side and start scrolling in from the other side. And then the next time that this bottom frame will be in this position, and we can start evaluating that part, will be the part where the top frame, like, because they'd all popped over to the other side, right? They didn't actually like pop back to the state. It's easier to depict it this way. So they all popped over to the other side, and then because this one moves at half the speed, this one will be like, this one will be like roughly like, no, what are you doing? Will be like roughly here, when this one gets back to this state, and so it won't be side 1 that we want to transition. It won't be side 0 that we want to transition. It'll actually be side 1, which I was not expecting, it had not occurred to me at first, but I'm pretty sure is the case that, yeah, right. So this is side 1 that's made it all the way off the screen, and so when we start transitioning, yeah, all right, and then what about the bottom one? So the bottom one, it'll actually be like, in this case, it'll be like it'll be like this, like the top one, but not because it's only made half a lap, but because it's made 3 laps. So I think I was correct in my original assumption that. Wait, how did that play out? So not only did. Wait, so they're all lined up, and this is basically like it's like this state in terms of how far it's gone, which means these are the zeros, which means, yeah. So this is 0. I think I might just. I think it's going to be 0, but I might just also guess, and if it doesn't work, then I've guessed wrong, and I'll fix it that way. I think for the third one, I think for the closest layer, I think it'll be 0. I think. Let's find out. So then, okay. So, but can we just do we have to wait for another period before? Because right, this is. Whoops. Stop. So this is here again. And so in this case, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is 1. Wait, am I crazy? I might be crazy. No, I'm not crazy. No, yeah, all right. um, yeah. Oops, sorry. Camera. I do that when I think, and now I can't do that when I think. So now I'll have to just think manually instead. All right, yeah. Again, I might have to put in like an extra measure so that it doesn't happen too soon, but it might also just be the case that it's fine to say elif. Oh, so yeah, no, I didn't ever put in what happens here, which is to say bg. I mean, basically, this is just iterating or incrementing bg transitions. We're just going through the steps of the transition, and then so now when we blit, we'll be a little more careful about what stage of the transition it is, and blit accordingly. So Right, so if it's stage 2 and we meet this condition, then it goes to stage 3, and if it's an BG trans, these are else cases, so they won't all evaluate. I mean, like, they're else cases that, like, would hypothetically, they're, like, cases that would hypothetically feed into each other, but they're else cases, so they shouldn't all evaluate in the same frame. They shouldn't, which isn't to say they won't. They shouldn't. They really shouldn't. All right, so yeah, now I think kind of like the first one, we can just say if BG's, now this time we're checking 0, speed, etc., 0, and then I think we're using scroll 0 this time. Pretty sure. That was my first guess. Let's see if it's correct. And then in this case, BG trans equals 4. So then, yeah, we need more transition stages because there's also the yeah. So I'm just gonna abbreviate this so that more of it can fit on one screen. Time trans. So BG2 transitions. So BG2 starts. I'll say. BG2 starts. BG1 starts. BG. So stage 4 equals BG 0 starts, but then we need stage 5 because at stage 5 we have to stop BG 0 from being a transition slide because somewhere between 4 and 5 the transition will have like come to fruition, and then we'll be in the new background. And so because of how fast the front layer blitz, or but because of how fast it scrolls, it will do full laps while the background is still in transition. So once we get to stage 5, we have to, the BG 0 just has to go back to normal, back to just normal backgrounds, or non-transition scrolls. Yes. So, and then again, so then in BG, or then in 6, BG1 has to stop doing that. That one might not be necessary. That one might resolve itself. But either way, this means we're getting pretty much to the end. So I'm just trying to like picture how the parallax. So no, I think this one will be necessary. So BG1 ends transition, and then stage 7 will be. No, we don't need a stage 7 because then it'll go back to transition 0 because we'll be done with the transition altogether. All right. Yeah. So. Back to our conditional cases. So, yeah. All right. So, BG transition equals 4 in the case that one's met. Then, yes. So elif now elif BG scroll or BG trans, excuse me, trans. Equals 4, then we want to look for the condition that actually the same condition as last time. Because we want to. This was when we checked that it would be ready to that slide that scrolls 0, BG 0 scroll 0 would be ready to start to take the trip from one side of the screen to the other, and then that's what we're waiting for again. So this is the queue that we've reached BG trans 5, and then in trans 5 we'll do something like we did in trans